everybody, what's up? It is Patrick from Magnetic Nerds, and today I'm going to show you 3 ways to add a little more Star Wars into your life. With these 3D printing projects, my first step, to find files to print on the internet. Then I slice them up and send the prusa off on yet another quest. When the prusa returns, you get what you see here, a stack of perfectly formed plastic parts. Project 1, the Holocron. This was the easiest of the trio. Pieces got a couple coats of filler primer and then a light round of sanding to clean up a few imperfections. I know, some of you are thinking, Patrick, I don't have a 3D printer. My answer to that is, 3D printers now are more accessible than they've ever been. Whether it's buying a cheap one, which just because they're cheap doesn't mean they're a bad machine. There are a lot of really good budget machines out there. And 2, a lot of places within your community have 3D printers now. Libraries, colleges, maker spaces. And then the third thing, there are creators out there that do on-demand printing. There are a lot of different ways that you can print your toys, your props, whatever. You just gotta look for them. Assembly was really straightforward. A few dabs of super glue here and there, and voila, I have a nifty little box to contain knowledge and wisdom. Final piece to this puzzle was done off camera. That odd shaped hole you see at the bottom of the Holocron is for an LED tea light. Now, my Holocron glows, just like the movies. Project number 2, the training droid. The assembly of the droid was easy and really straightforward. The 2 halves of the sphere got glued together using an epoxy, then the bases of the little shock emitters were super glued later on in the build. Before priming and painting, I used some Bondo spot putty to fill in some seams and smooth out some of the wicked layer lines on the top and bottom of the sphere. And now it's time for the inevitable, sanding. However, you all are fortunate enough that I won't be subjecting you to hours and hours of torture. Instead, you get to view this nifty little montage. Hope you like it. With the seams filled and the putty sanded smooth, I primed the droid with my go-to for 3D prints, automotive filler primer. A base coat of matte white kicked off the painting process. Color scheme for the droid, pretty simple. Chrome silver, gloss red, dark and metallic grays. from a few people around the world, the internet. Space is dirty. So with that thought in mind, time to weather the out of this droid. The weathering process took me through my usual gamut of oil brushers, weathering pencils, weathering pigments, and dry brushing. Project number 3, the thermal detonator. Just like the training droid, I had some nasty layer lines that needed to disappear. So I got to sanding, and the bigger gaps and seams were filled up using an acrylic putty. Next, a few coats of filler primer and some more light sanding, and now the prop was ready for paint. I have fallen in love with the process of using graphite to simulate metallic/gunmetal finishes, and after using that technique on the Sword of Omens, I knew that this was the way to give this prop the metallic shine it needed. The process is simple and straightforward. You start with several coats of a gloss black, then buff in powdered graphite. Now, I just said space is dirty, right? And this prop is far too shiny to have been rolling around starships and hidden inside the pockets of rebel scum. So I definitely have a lot of work to do to muck this little guy up. Again, I reached for my standard repertoire of oil brushers and pigments and got to work. I hope this trio of projects gave you all some ideas of what you can do to add a little more Star Wars into your life. There's a lot of things in the Star Wars universe that don't go zap zap and pew pew. With that, like, subscribe, let us know how we're doing in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.